Over a decade ago, Salesforce administrators were barely on anyone's radar. The tech industry was primarily led by developers and engineers. But Salesforce and its early adopters were defining a new market in technology, low-code app development, breaking down the barrier of needing to know code to build trusted CRM solutions. This opened the door for others to become app builders. They formed a community, learning and growing together in this new space.
A new tech hero was born.
Over the years, as the platform evolved, so did the role of the Salesforce admin, taking on new responsibilities as the technology advanced, from user and data management to automation and intelligent solutions. Now, we enter a new era. Just as Salesforce is no longer simply a CRM, Salesforce admins are no longer defined by their past roles. In an age focused on security, trust, and data privacy, Salesforce administrators build and manage trusted solutions, ensuring org health through continuous configuration, support, and platform optimization. Leveraging the latest technologies, including AI, automation, and data, they deliver success for companies both small and large. Ready for the AI era? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Please welcome Senior Director, Admin Relations, Salesforce, Rebecca Sarr.
Hi, awesome admins! I can't hear you. Hi, awesome admins! What a fun video, right? What a great reminder of all that you've accomplished over the years. I know I am inspired for what's to come. As we celebrate 10 years of Awesome Admin, I want to thank you. Thank you for being here today. In fact, it's because of you we are here today. So thank you. Thank you for always advocating for the admin experience, whether that is at Dreamforce or in our product. Because over the years, admins have been driving innovation with Salesforce. As we've invested in you, you've invested in us. In fact, just this year, you've pushed our product by voting 231,000 times in the Idea Exchange. You've built over 9 million custom apps, and you're managing 2.3 million custom permission sets. That is incredible. Especially when today, technology is moving faster than ever. When I first saw this slide, mobile was the newest thing. Now, we're facing the third wave of the AI revolution. And just as technology is moving faster, so is the platform, with each release bigger than the last. Now we have hundreds of pages of release notes. So how do we keep up with the changing demands? When we have executives asking us to connect all of our data, to build AI strategies, all while we're focused on managing security and user access. Well, that is the beauty of the platform, because every new innovation we deliver on the one platform that you know and trust, the one that you've been building on since the beginning. And now, with Data Cloud, apps, and agents, you can build intelligent solutions with access to unprecedented amounts of data. All right, I want to take a moment to talk about our newest innovation, Dreamforce. Because as technology has been moving faster, the changes, it feels like, are just getting bigger and bigger. And how we build on the platform is changing fundamentally. So to break this down and really show us what this means for admins, I'd like to welcome SVP of Trailblazer Relations, Christoph Konrads.
All right. Thank you so much, Rebecca, and hello, awesome admins. Now, yes, it's day 3, and I want to check. Have you heard about Dreamforce yet? Yeah? Okay, that's good. But you may be wondering, what does it mean for me? And the answer is that agents are important to all of us because they profoundly change low-code app development. So let's take a look at how agents compare to traditional applications. Now, traditional applications have complex UIs. It's often hard to find what you want. Agents are conversational. You ask what you want in plain English. Traditional applications are also orchestrated by you, and they are deterministic. What that means is that you define the exact flow of the application. And if you don't plan it, your application cannot do it. Now, agents, on the other hand, are orchestrated by AI, and they are adaptive. What that means is that agents can reason, they can even solve problems that you never anticipated before. All right, so as you can see, traditional applications and agents are different in many ways. But here is the good news. To build agents, you use the skills that you already have and the tools that you already know. So for example, you could use flows. Yes, thank you. Agents are built on the same metadata and the same security models. It's all the same. All right, so to make sense of all of this, we're going to look at an example. And it's going to be a little different today. Before the keynote, many of you signed up for a plushie giveaway. Did you do that? Some of you did. Okay, so guess what? We're going to ask Agentforce to help us select a winner. Does that sound good? All right, so let's do it. Let's go to the demo. And please welcome Michael and Mike at the demo desk. All right, so here we are in Agent Builder. That is the tool that you use to build and test your agents. And on the left here, you see a list of actions. These are the building blocks that the agents can use. Now, how do you build these actions? Well, here is the secret. Actions are just regular flows, they are prompts, they are even pieces of Apex code. So you already know how to build them. All right? So now we're going to ask the agent to perform a few tasks, and we will start with something really simple. How many attendees registered for the plushie giveaway? All right, and now the agent is looking at all these actions on the left, it's reasoning over them, and there we have an answer. 250 attendees registered. Awesome. But how did the agent do that? Let's look in the middle of the screen. This is the planner. This is the brain of the agent. And here we see that to perform this task, the agent selected the Get Attendees action. That makes a lot of sense. All right, now let's ask the agent to generate a random number between 0 and 258. Again, the agent is going to look on the left, reason over all these actions available, and boom, there it is. The random number is 200. How did the agent do that? Let's go back in the middle of the screen. Let's look at the planner. And here you can see that to perform that task, the reasoning engine selected the Generate Random Number action. Simple, all right? But now, let's do something a little more complex to really see the magic of agents and AI orchestration. Select a random attendee and notify them they want a plushie. All right, let's submit that. And one more time, the agent is going to look over all the actions. It's going to select the right actions. And there we go. It looks like we have a winner. Congratulations, Lola, you won a plushie, and you should have gotten an email with the instructions to claim it after the keynote. Awesome. Let's give it up for Lola. All right. Now, let's go back one more time and look at the planner. To perform this task, the reasoning engine first selected the Get Attendees action, then Generate Random Number, and then send email. And that is really the magic of agent and AI orchestration. Because we didn't build a flow, or we didn't build an application to run a plushie giveaway, right? We didn't do that. Yet the agent was able to do it simply by reasoning over these available actions. Now, this was a fun use case, but think about the possibilities in sales, in service, or other custom use cases. This is a total game changer for low-code application development, and I can't wait to see what you will be building. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Christoph. What a fun demo that really showed us how truly game-changing this is going to be for us. But now I want to focus on you, Salesforce admins, because you will be turning those visions into reality at your company. On top of managing users, data, security, you're building the trusted solutions for your company. And to do that, I want you to know about the full power of the platform and all the other innovation that is happening that will help you succeed in the AI era. On the build side, our low-code builders like App Builder, Flow Builder, Report Builder, all have tons of enhancements in the Winter 25 release. And with Salesforce Foundations, you as admins can gain experience and expertise across more clouds than ever before. On the managed side, user access is being completely redesigned with you in mind, with your productivity in mind, and things like feature discovery and adoption tracking become way easier with Sales Cloud Go. All right, now it's time. It's time to dive in to see how we will succeed in the AI era. To do that, first, we're going to activate data. Then we're going to look at how to bring AI into every app. And lastly, we will automate business processes. We'll start with how to activate data. And to do that, I'd like to welcome Lead Admin Evangelist at Salesforce, Jennifer Lee.
Thanks, Rebecca. As a former admin, I know how important good data is to your users and business. Bad data in, bad data out. And as Salesforce admins, we deliver success with data. But managing data across multiple orgs and systems is tough. But you can solve the problem with Data Cloud. Create that single source of truth, improve your overall data quality, and always adhere to the principle of least privilege access. You create those connected experiences that your users and customers expect. Admins, we've all been there. We're juggling a million tasks, resetting a user's password, troubleshooting a user access issue, and in the middle of that, I'm trying to book a trip. Shh, don't tell my manager. Let me just put in the credit card and shoot. I just closed the browser. And many businesses are on the receiving end of this. Take Hurtigruten Expeditions. They saw a huge spike in their abandoned carts. But their admin team took action. They used Data Cloud to connect their data from their website, Marketing Cloud, and CRM. And the end result? Well, they saw a decrease in their abandoned carts and an increase in sales. They took a challenge and turned it into a win with Data Cloud, and so can you. But before we get into it, I want to give another shout out to our amazing demo drivers, Michael and Mike. All right, let's get to the demo. So what you see here is Ingrid's contact record. And you see everything that we know about Ingrid, all her voyages, excursions, cases, preferences, and more. And as admins, we've built pages like this. But this page is so rich with data. Not only does it have data from Salesforce, but it also has data from various sources using Data Cloud. And you're probably thinking, I need a developer to make this happen. But what if I told you that we can do it ourselves, just like the admin team at Hurtigruten Expeditions? So let me show you how. So we're going to go into Data Cloud, and here you see the list of our data streams. Data streams allow us to easily connect the data and sync the data right into Data Cloud. And we've already set up data streams for the website activity, Salesforce, and Marketing Cloud. And to create a data stream, it's pretty simple. We just connect one of the pre-built connectors, and you're ready to go. So now that we connected to the data, we then need to map the data using data model objects. Now that's a mouthful. I'm going to use DMOs for short. And Salesforce objects are puzzle pieces that make up your core data structure. DMOs in Data Cloud are pieces of a larger puzzle that combine data from various sources to create that 360 view of your customer. Next, we need to ensure that all our data points to the same customer. And to do this, we use identity resolution. Now, identity resolution is like finding those pieces of the puzzle that make up the same picture, no matter how different they look. So we have multiple records that make up the customer: email, name, or device ID. But they might have a slight variation, like Jen Lee versus Jennifer Lee. And using rules that you define, it matches those versions up to create a single, clear, unified individual. This is a game changer for admins. We've never had this much power. So now, when we go back to Ingrid's contact record, we see everything. Not only her opportunities and cases, but we also see every interaction, every touch point. We've even brought over her website activity from Data Cloud right onto the Salesforce page. And we're just scratching the surface. So let me show you how we brought that data in with Data Cloud related lists. So in setup, we're going to connect our contact record directly to the data in Data Cloud using the unified individual. We select one of the available DMOs, and that's it. Now, one of my favorite things to do as an admin is create amazing user experiences. And you can now create richer, data-driven experiences using Data Cloud data just like you do with your Salesforce data. We've all built related lists with Salesforce data, and now you can build dynamic related lists using Data Cloud data. And let's take it a step further. We can bring in insights from Data Cloud right into our Salesforce page. And that's exactly what we did with the Booking Insights section. So let me show you how we did that. So back in setup, we're going to use the Data Cloud copy fields feature to bring data from Data Cloud right into the Salesforce record. Now think of this as a supercharged custom field. Right, we map the data from Data Cloud into the Salesforce record, and the data automatically falls into the right place. And it's like taking those disconnected puzzle pieces and snapping them in place, ensuring that your Salesforce data is clean, useful, and action ready. And what we did here was we copied over the lifetime value and total bookings. So now, when we go back to Ingrid's contact record, it's all there. And we were easily able to bring over the data right from Data Cloud onto the page. Okay, so now let's, excuse me. All right, so we're going to switch gears. And as a former financial services admin, I know that security is really important. And we now have new data governance policies in Data Cloud. So back over in Data Cloud, in the data governance app, we now can categorize the sensitivity of your data and grant your users access using tags and policies. Okay, so we got data governance in Data Cloud. But what about Salesforce setup? User management is getting lots of love. Let me show you the new user list view. You now have full control over your user list view. You can filter and inline edit when you need. And it's okay to share. I know you've been asking for this for years. But that's not all. The love just keeps on coming. So we can now describe our public groups and queues with description fields. And speaking of public groups, we now have full transparency over everything associated with a group. This piece is big. Okay, Phonetics, you know what's coming. This isn't just any demo, this is a Gen Lee demo. And I've shown you how to connect data, unify data, and keep it safe. So let me show you how to activate the data. What automation tool do we use to activate data? Everyone say it with me? Flow. Yes. So in Flow Builder, we created a data cloud triggered flow that fires off every time an abandoned cart is created. We then first check our closed won opportunities to see if the customer has already booked with us. And if not, we then create a new opportunity. And we send them a short text message reminding them to complete that booking. It's that simple. And because web engagements are streaming real time, why wait? We can take action on that abandoned cart now. So let's go over to the website. And we're going to add the epic voyage to Iceland cruise that Hugh and I are going to take next year to the cart. But we're going to close the browser. What happens next? Michael, check the phone. There's the text message reminding us to complete our booking. And that's how Salesforce admins bring the vision of connected data into reality. Back to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Jen. What an incredible demo showing us the power of Data Cloud. Next, we're going to talk about how to bring AI into every app. And to do that, I'd like to welcome Director of Product Management at Salesforce, Avantika Ramesh.
Thank you, Rebecca. Hello, awesome admins. Now, by day 3 of Dreamforce, I'm sure you wouldn't have missed all the talk about AI and agents over the last week. Now, I'm here to showcase the latest innovations Salesforce is bringing to you all to help you lead AI transformations at your companies. Now, my team has been hard at work delivering new innovations like Prompt Builder and Model Builder, which I know thousands of admins have already gotten their hands on and love, to show you how you can build these intelligent solutions and supercharge your organization's productivity. Now, while Jen took you through the sights of Norway, I'm actually going to bring you back over here to the United States to showcase one of the most iconic Salesforce brands, Northern Trail Outfitters. Now, Northern Trail Outfitters is known for its innovation and also taking its customer experience to the next level and supercharging their employees' productivity. So now we're going to walk through how NTO uses Prompt Builder, Flow, and the latest enhancements in Lightning App Builder to supercharge their contact center and deliver personalized and seamless experiences to their customers across every touch point. So let's jump into the demo. So here we are in Salesforce. And the first thing I noticed is this beautiful new enhanced Lightning UI, which is going to start hitting your orgs very soon. Now, the team at NTO uses cases to bring together all the information about their customers into a single view. So here they aggregate data like case comments, purchase history, even browsing data. And they aggregate all of this to help solve cases quickly. Now, honestly, this is a little bit of information overload. I don't know about you, but if I had to see all this information for every case that came my way, that would take a lot of time. Now, what if I told you that you could use generative AI to help? Well, that's exactly how the team at NTO is helping their contact center scale and supporting their service reps. And they're using Prompt Builder. So let's go into Prompt Builder and actually check out how it works. So here we are in Setup, and I'm easily able to access Prompt Builder. Now you'll see that we have a list of standard prompt templates to help you all get started with prompt authoring very quickly. Now, I can even choose to create a new template, and you'll see that we have to start by selecting a prompt template type. We've created these pre-built UI interfaces that are attached to these prompt templates so you can get started a lot quicker and focus on your use case and authoring the prompt. So you can choose between generating field descriptions, record summaries, composing emails, or even defining your own experience through Flex templates. Now, for the purpose of this demo, let's actually start with a prompt template that's already been created for us. So here we are in a customer overview prompt template. The purpose of this template is to generate an overview of the case using all the details in that case. Now you might be wondering, how does it have that context about the case, and how do we actually bring together all those details? Well, this resource picker right here is how you access all the data that's connected in Salesforce. So for example, you'll see that we brought in that record snapshot. It's essentially giving you context about all the information a specific user sees on the Salesforce record. So here we brought in the snapshot of the information on the case record. From there, we can even bring in multiple levels of data beyond the surface level. For example, related records and related lists on those related records. For example, we brought in our related order data and our related products. From here, you can also test these prompt templates. So I can even select a sample case, save and preview. You'll see we even have models for you to select from. And behind the scenes, while this is generating, we're actually resolving all the different data references in that prompt template, and it's going to render both a resolution and a response. Now let's dig into that resolution right there. We'll notice that we're actually resolving all the different data references. So we have our record snapshot, which brings in all the details from the case. We also have the related records. We also mask any sensitive data that's in that preview. That is essentially the prompt. That's what gets sent to your model. And over on the right, we see the response from the large language model we selected. Now, this is a great experience for an admin who's authoring this prompt. But how do we get it in the hands of our users? Let's go back to the case record, and I'll show you how. So here we are back on the case. I'm going to go ahead and edit this page, and I'm going to enter Lightning App Builder. Now you'll notice that this page actually has a couple of upgrades, starting with that dynamic highlights panel. Now you can simply drag and drop that panel onto the page. And by the way, this was one of our top requested features, so we've been listening to you. And now you can easily drag and drop fields and actions onto this page without having to manage this in setup. What about another one? Yeah, that deserves a cheer. All right, another upgrade. Let's select that status field. Now, you can actually apply conditional formatting to fields based on the status, rather than having to create hacks and formulas in order to do this. Now, you saw all the upgrades. Let's go back to adding that prompt template we just created to this page. So I just select the field. I have the option to select from a list of prompt templates. I bind to that customer overview template to this field, and that's how simple it was. I'm ready to go. Now let's see what the experience looks like when a service rep is interacting with this case. Now, as a service rep, when I go onto this page, I want to edit the details on that specific field. Let's go ahead and click Edit, and I should have a new action available to me. And there we go. We have our agent generating a response for us in real time. And there we go. Within a couple of seconds, we got that case overview that we were looking for. Now, I can even interact with our agent to further refine this response. For example, I can ask to make it a little shorter and more direct. So let's see what we get there. There we go. So we're able to converse with our agent and refine these responses. Now, another feature is that we can actually provide feedback on this response. I'm pretty happy with this response, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then we can easily hit Use and add all that context directly to our page. and let's save it. There we go. Huge time savings, huge productivity gain for service reps. All right, so we just saw how you can provide feedback. I know many of you are wondering, where can you actually see that feedback data, and how can you analyze it? What can you do with it? Well, not only is this feedback data aggregated and available within Data Cloud reports, but soon enough, my team is going to bring this to you within the prompt authoring experience. You're going to start seeing feedback data aggregated directly within Prompt Builder. There we go. We get these prompt template metrics. We can get a good understanding of how often these prompt templates are being used and the kind of feedback data that's being aggregated into a single view. Now let's check out another prompt template that we've linked right here. Great. So the team at NTO actually is able to generate a case overview and a sentiment based on the chat transcript data that's on the case. So they're able to bring in the record snapshot and the conversation data and generate this overview. Now, we all know that chat transcripts can contain a lot of sensitive information. People share emails, phone numbers, addresses, all sorts of personally identifiable information in these transcripts. How do you know and how can you trust a large language model to handle this data? Well, thanks to our Einstein trust layer, you have the ability to be specific about how you want to mask sensitive data. We give you the ability to determine what granularities of personally identifiable information you want to mask before that gets sent to the large language model. And for a global customer like NTO, they have these transcripts in multiple languages and locales. And thankfully, our trust layer is able to give you that extra layer of configuration based on regional differences of PII. Great. So you saw how we can add prompt templates to record pages. You saw the Einstein trust layer and the performance metrics in action. Now, how else can you use prompt templates? Where else can you add them? Who here is a flow-natic? I know we have a lot in the room. Well, the good news is you can even invoke prompts within flows. That's right. Every prompt template is available to you as a flow action. So let's check out this screen flow right here. We're going to start by fetching transcript data from an external database and bring that in through an API. So we have this get transcript action. And from there, we're actually able to pass both the transcript and the details from our case into the prompt template you all saw just now. So that's that prompt template action right there in the flow. We're passing in all those details as inputs into this prompt template, and we're generating our overview and sentiment. So this is how the screen flow looks. Let's see how this looks in action. So we double-clicked on that screen flow. You see the inputs, both the case and the conversation. Remember, those are the two inputs in our prompt template we just saw. Now this is how you author the flow. How about we see the screen flow on the actual case record? So here we are within our case, and we have that get transcript action available to us. We specify the case, we fetch the transcript that was the first action in our flow, and from there, we're selecting the option to generate both the sentiment and the summary. And in a few seconds, we're going to trigger that prompt template action. Let's see what we get. There we go. We get our sentiment and the overview, and we can easily save that to the record. Huge time savings. All right, well, you saw how we can add prompts to record pages. You saw how we can add it within a flow. How about Slack? Let's head over to Slack and I'll show you. So here in Slack, this is called a record channel. It's automatically been created to help our service reps swarm on a specific case. Now, the beauty of a record channel is that it's associated with a case in Salesforce. So it has access to all the same data, actions, workflows, even the same prompt templates. For example, let's say I change the status of this case to closed. Now, what this does behind the scenes is it triggers that same flow. It invokes the prompt template that we saw from before, and we actually generate the same case overview and sentiment. And we see that posted back to this channel. So we get that the case is closed, we get the sentiment, and we get the case overview. And that's how we're extending the power of AI from Salesforce all the way to Slack and bringing the vision of building AI solutions to reality. Well, thank you all so much for following along, and I'm going to pass it back to Rebecca.
Thank you, Avantika. That is how you succeed in the AI era, awesome admins. Okay, next, we're going to talk about something admins do every day, and probably our favorite, right? Automate processes. So to do that, I'd like to welcome Director of Product Management, Adam White.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. What's up, awesome admins and Flownatics? All right, so in case you haven't noticed, flow building's kind of an awesome admin superpower, and you all have been a key driver in our success in the platform. You're streamlining processes, reducing manual data entry, and creating rich, guided experiences with screen flows. Thanks to your support, we've been able to retire over 48,000 idea exchange points this past year. Among those, we've raised the email action recipient limit from a sad 5 to a nice meaty 150. And we weren't done. We also added BCC, CC capabilities, and coming soon, we're also adding attachment support. Yeah. All right. But today, we're going to talk about a customer that embraces automation at every corner of their business. Delta Airlines uses Flow Builder to connect to partner airlines to ensure that those customers, their corporate customers, get the right benefits when they fly with them. Let's see how this looks. So, like all good awesome admin demos, we're going to start off in setup, right? But not today. We've got a brand new automation app that lets us better organize our flows and orchestrations. So let's go check it out. So here we go on our landing page where we can see our recently modified flows. Now, most importantly, you can search and filter them, which is something that you all have been asking for quite a long time. Yeah, that's a big cheer moment. I think so. So Delta has chosen to create their own list view here using categories to group their account onboarding flows to keep things nice and tidy for them. And they can also soon see direct integrations from the app. I'm excited to announce low-code integration for Flow will soon arrive with pre-built connectors and an easy-to-use setup experience with connections to things like Jira, NetSuite, QuickBooks, and of course, other Salesforce orgs. Now, yeah, much easier. Now, Delta can use this to connect to those partner airlines to fetch different benefits so that they can then associate them with accounts later. In fact, let's go see how that would look. Now, we're going to create a screen flow here that lets Delta sales reps onboard accounts much easier and faster. As part of this, we need to associate those benefits to the right account, do some important data quality checks, and then consult our checklist just to make sure we didn't miss anything. So let's hop in on the first screen in our flow. Now, there are a few things that that really get me going into conversation. Video games, heavy metal music, and reactive screen flows. So how are we going to solve for this problem of associating those benefits? Well, we're going to use our newest component, the action button. The action button allows you to bring in auto-launched flows, get data, and put it back into the screen to update components. This keeps your users in one place, letting them complete tasks faster and reducing any chances of mistakes because they have all the data they need in one place. So here we're going to pass in data from our screen components here to act as filters in our flow. So you can see we've got those different choices as inputs. So let's hop over to the auto-launch flow that this runs. All right, so you can see we've got some transforms, we've got some get records. All this is in service of bringing data into the screen and in the format that is most friendly to our user. Now, the most important thing is that this can be reused across your org. You don't have to create 10 different flows with the same logic. So if you need to change some business logic, you just do it here. You don't have to do it in all those different flows. All right, so we have to do one more thing with this screen flow. Let's go back to the screen editor. We need to prevent our user from clicking that button until all those inputs have been completed. Now, to do that, we're going to go into our disabled attribute here, and we're going to create a Boolean formula resource. Now, not everyone likes to futz around with formula syntax, right? You may have to hit up ChatGPT, the Trailblazer community, but now you can consult Einstein to do it for you directly in Flow Builder. All you need to do is tell it what you need, provide your input names, like your screen components, and then you're all done. Like, that is going to be a huge time saver, right? That's a big cheer moment, too. All right, so let's go and check out what this looks like. All right, so we're going to run our account onboarding flow here. Now, you'll notice that that button has done its job. And thanks to reactivity, as we fill in each of those different filters, that button is going to become enabled. And all of this is acting as a filter for those benefits. So we're going to click Get Benefits, and now we're going to run that auto launch flow. We can associate it to a new table using another action button. And just to show off, let's add some more benefits, all on the same screen. Now, again, all in one place. They don't have to go bouncing around different screens. This lets them get it done much faster. All right, so let's go on to the next step. We need to do some important data quality checks because, like all good, awesome admins, we like good data. Now, you'll notice up top, we've got a custom path component that lets our users view their progress in their flow. Now, again, that's a custom component, but I'm excited to announce next year we're going to be making this automatically available with no custom components and no AppExchange products. Yeah, that's a big deal. A lot of folks have been asking for that for quite a long time. But that's not the coolest part of this screen. So if we go down below, we need to associate this account to a key contact. Now, fairly common scenario for most of you in here. Now, we've given the user an ability to quickly create one within the screen. But if you're like me, you think, what about duplicates? Well, we're going to solve this with a feature that my team's currently working on called reactive screen actions. And with a reactive screen action, you can trigger auto launch flows, the same ones that you use in an action button, but triggered off of input changes. So there we go. Had a little bit of a delay there, but we got it going. So let that sink in for a minute. Any change on your screen, we're running that auto launch flow to bring in data without any button presses. I distinctly remember as a solo administrator, my first year in the platform, I had to hire a consultant to do this. It required Apex, Visualforce, probably took about a week. This took minutes. That is powerful and pretty freaking cool. All right. So duplicates in my screen flow, no thanks. So we selected the existing record, no duplicate here. Let's go on to the next step. So now we need to consult our checklist. So let's do that with another new component called the repeater component. The repeater allows you to embed a repeatable section of screen components to build lists of data all in one place. So if we hop into that last screen with our repeater component, we can see we've embedded a list of our checklist items that lets us view and manage them all in one place. So if we go back to our flow and the runtime, let's go ahead and run our flow. We can see all of our checklist items that are related to the account. Now, these are records. As part of Winter 25, we've added the ability for you to predefine a record collection in your screen so that when your user gets to it, they can get a list of records all in one place. So here we can have the user updating all those checklist items all in one screen. Now, let this sink in for a minute. We're creating a fully dynamic screen flow based off of records. That means your users don't have to come to you to add something as basic as a checklist item. They can simply make their own record, add another row, or create one permanently for all accounts. No more maintenance for you. That is giving you valuable time back. So let's finalize our checklist. And we're all done. How cool was that? Now, I'm confident that what we are delivering this year is going to help you bring your automation visions to reality. Back over to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Adam. Wow, we covered a lot today. First, we activated data with Data Cloud. Then Avantika brought AI into every app. And lastly, Adam showed us how to automate all the processes. But we're not done just yet, because I want to talk to you about your future success in the admin role. Because over the years, as every Salesforce innovation has come to us, the admin role has evolved and grown. And it is now more diverse than ever. So succeeding in the AI era means, one, developing your core responsibilities and essential habits, building your success system, then leaning into specialization, whether that is by industry, cloud, or function, like automation or business analysis. And lastly, learning the latest technology. But now I want to bring up someone who has been navigating their career as an awesome admin for over a decade. Please welcome Misty Jones. Hi, Misty. Thank you for being here.
Hello. Thank you for having me up here. This is really exciting.
Yay. Okay, so you've been with us in the ecosystem since 2011. Can you share a little bit about how your career has evolved and grown?
Well, like many of you out here in the audience, I assume, I started out as an accidental admin, which means I had all these other job duties at the brokerage firm I was working for. But oh, by the way, you're going to be our Salesforce admin too. But in 2012, I attended my first Dreamforce, and I was really early in my learning journey. I didn't know anybody, I didn't know anything, and I was the only person attending from my company. But I put myself out there. I joined a group called Flying Solo, which is what my t-shirt is an ode to, and I met a lot of really awesome people out here in the Salesforce community that were supportive, loving, and welcoming. And we've shared best practices, emerging trends, so that's helped me have a better impact and a larger impact at the company that I work for. I've gained a lot of confidence to pursue advanced certifications, and that's helped propel my career forward. And then also, it's just really awesome that these people don't want to just see me succeed at Salesforce. They want to see me succeed in life. So I'm just really blessed, fortunate, and so thankful for all of you out here in the community that have helped me feel supported, loved, and welcomed. And then you all inspire me to find ways to give back and, you know, bring that welcoming spirit and find places for people that felt like me, nervous, uncomfortable, to have a place, again, also so you're felt supported and loved and welcome too.
Oh, Misty, that's really nice. Do you have any advice for any new admins that are just starting out in their career?
I'd say if you're just starting to navigate your career in the Salesforce ecosystem, that you should join the Trailblazer community. Man, I'm uncomfortable and I'm intimidated. I'm still on my learning journey. And you might feel the same way too, but I would say, you know, your comfort zone and staying there, that's not where you're going to grow. So put yourself out there. And I tell you that you're not just going to gain a lot of really awesome knowledge. It's just that the relationships and the friendships that you're going to build are going to prove to be invaluable to you.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for that advice. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you've done for the community, for connecting admins, starting and growing the Flying Solo group that connects admins here at Dreamforce. We want to recognize all that you've done over the years. So it's my honor to present you the golden hoodie.
Thank you.
Gotta get a selfie. Let's do it this way. Okay. Thank you. It has never been a better time to be part of the Awesome Admin community. We are committed to your success. Thank you for joining us today. I can't wait to see what you do next, Awesome Admins. Now let's celebrate the last day of Dreamforce and 10 years of Awesome Admin in style.